Good evening, everyone. Mike Arnold here, co-founder of Path Trading Partners, with some crypto updates. This is going to be the Bitcoin series. Let's start off with Bitcoin Cash. Now it's nicely defined horizontal channel. We got the rotation zone nearing the middle of the channel, so that's sort of out of play right now. Again, if we get a closer extended move now above 1718, here's the next target. Still the other prior target, 1777 to then 1791. Then we have a cluster here with the horizontal channel target and our GAN 12.5% projection target, which comes in 1847 to 1858. So that's going to be a very key target. Above that, 1890. And then the next cluster up here is the 1940 area cluster, 1939 to 1944. So we're looking for. We also have to the downside. And on the 4-hour rotation zone is out of the way. So if this triggers, it could sell off rather nicely into the daily rotation zone. We'll check that out in a second. Here are the targets there. And we're not shorting this at this point. We're just looking for possible buying targets lower and reversal patterns 1461, 1418, and 1375. Really nice with a 6.625 retracement level and the full target for the horizontal channel. Let's see how that plays out on the daily chart. Here is our daily chart, and that would take us really nicely into the rotation zone. You see here's the bottom of that channel, that 62.5 retracement level, and the prior breakout zone. So if we were to trigger this to the downside, that would be a great level to really target for a buying opportunity if we get any kind of reversal pattern down there. And then if it were to break through there, the bottom of the rotation zone, this blue line, is coming right now in at 1250, which is a prior breakout level also. Not saying it's going to happen, it's going to sell off, but those are the levels we're really targeting. So keep those in mind. This 1375 to 1378 area, and then the 1250 area. Then to the upside, you see above these most recent highs, you see we have that other cluster, that 32.5 or 37.5 retracement level, and the top of the GAN projection cluster all coming in at that 1444. So switching over to Bitcoin, oh boy, mini rant here. I'm not saying this is going to end anytime soon. We are getting really extended from the rotation zone. This is the 4-hour rotations, the weekly rotation zone. I'm starting to hear like guys at the grocery store bagging groceries talking about how they're making more money trading cryptos than they are doing their job, and they're going to quit their job. Uber drivers talking about it. And great, you make money trading cryptos, but this is getting to the point where we heard it back in 2000 with the tech stocks and the .com stocks, and this is the same thing when everybody was flipping houses back in 2006, 2007, and it was the easiest money ever. So it's sort of a sentiment indicator. When everybody starts talking about it, it might be getting a little overdone. Now, this can keep going. It could go to 10,000. That's our next key level, 10,051. Really looking at that 10,000 because so many people are focused on that huge number that there will probably be at least a pause or a pullback from there. So what am I also saying? Don't be surprised if we get a bigger pullback. Know where your stops are. Know where they are. Know where... Okay, if it starts pulling back, I'm going to just start panicking. I don't know what to do. Know where you're going to take some off the table and get back in lower. You see, we're way up here right now. The top of the rotation zone, just to return to the top of the rotation zone on a weekly level, could take us back to 7,500, roughly 50% of the run-up from early November. So even if we were just to retrace 50% of the run-up from early November, that takes us back to 7,500. That's going to cause a lot of people to freak out. It was almost at 10,000. Let's say it hits 10,000 and it drops to 7,500. A lot of people are going to freak out. They don't have a plan. They don't know what they're doing. They never took any off the table. And they never had a plan, all right, if it does drop, what am I going to do? If it returns to the bottom of the rotation zone as of this recording, that's down here at 5,600 area. Now it's going to keep going up, but if we were to drop there, look at the last big sell-off that we had in September. Went to the bottom of the rotation zone. That's the one where everybody's freaking out, where it dropped from a high a couple weeks ago, 5,000 down to 3,000. People were freaking out. You can go back and check our videos. We weren't freaking out. We actually talked about the rotation zone and where it could go to. The drop in June to July when it went from 3,000 all the way down to about 1,900. People were freaking out. That just went to the bottom of the rotation zone. So is it possible? Yeah. This could easily return to even the $6,000 level without breaking any longer-term bullish moves. But it will shock everybody. I'm pointing this out. Know where your stops are. If you can't put them in the market through your trading platform or you don't have any way, at least add price alerts. So if you know it hits certain levels, it will alert you, and then you know what action you're taking. Am I taking some off? Am I lightening up some of my position, locking in some profits so I can re-add it back lower when we get the high probability reversal pattern? Don't just wait till we do get a bigger pullback and then, oh, I don't know what to do. I don't know what to do. It's great for our channel. We jump up huge in subscribers because we actually have a game plan here. This is what we've done. We've been in the markets. I've been trading since 1992 when I was originally on the floor. So I've been around all these markets now for a very, very long time, and I've seen these patterns over and over again. Not saying this is going to stop, and if anybody's going to tell you, oh, I called the day, I called the top in Bitcoin, they're just being a fool. They were just lucky, and that's not the name of the game. It's to make money trading these things, not try to call tops or bottoms. It's going to keep going until it goes, but you better have a game plan for when it reverses. That's my rant for right now. Let's check in on the daily. Daily, so we can take these targets off. They've been long gone. They're gone through. We're going to leave this 62.5 because that's that full retracement target. The first one was a 62.5 retracement extension target. The next one is this 10,051 retracement extension, and I'm rounding that down to just shy of 10,000 just because that huge psychological number. We're almost back up to these other levels we projected. Let me drop to the 4-hour. 4-hour. I'm going to revise these levels even though we haven't hit this 98.35 just because this was just a pause level, and I wanted to get this video out for everybody yesterday so they had new levels to target, especially for stop reduction. So I am moving these up. We've now pulled back to top of the rotation zone and starting to rotate back up. This is an aggressive entry. A more conservative entry would be if we do pull back more, watch around this 92.25 area. Now, where do those new targets take us? Let's see. The next one, 99.75. So, our new major targets, 99.75 to 10,000. And then above that, 10,180. So, those are the next key targets. And if we do get the pullback, first level's 92.25. The next level's around 9,061 area, and that would just keep us in the rotation zone on the 4-hour. That's not even a big pullback we're talking about. Just know what your game plan is. That's what I wanted to relay to everybody tonight. That makes you far better off than most people who will panic the moment they see a pullback. Finally, over to Bitcoin Gold. Bitcoin Gold still holding the rotation zone. This is not a horizontal channel. It is way too sloppy. It's more like a triangle, decreasing volatility channel, trying to figure out which way it is going next. So it's just going to be tradable in the direction of the breakout. If it breaks out, the upside targets are still the same. If it breaks down, let's check the daily chart to get a better idea of where we stand. So if we do break below this sort of triangle pattern, there's going to be some minor support coming into this 342 area, and then the next major support is going to be roughly around 320. 315 to 320 is the next level you'll watch for. Should this break lower, we'll watch for some kind of reversal pattern there. And if we break much below that and we have a bigger pullback in Bitcoin Gold, the major level we'll be watching for, I'm going to update it on this chart, on the daily chart. You see this prior breakout zone. We came up here, paused here, pulled back, and then broke through there. That's the breakout zone right before the bottom of the rotation zone. So that's roughly 252. So that's the next major level we'll be watching for Bitcoin Gold should it go down. And then again, just to reiterate the upside levels, 453 once we exceed the 420 level, and then 478 and 487. That's what we have for you. Please like our videos, comment, subscribe. Check out our website, follow us on Twitter, look for us on Facebook, do whatever you need to do, and have fun trading the cryptos, and know where your stops are and your targets. Talk to you guys soon. Bye for now.